morning, everyone. I'm Keishla Adderley, and welcome to the Morning Edition. It may feel like hump day for the rest of you, but in beautiful Cat Island, we're just rolling along well. It's a beautiful day out here on Smith's Dock, and as you can see in the background, the mail boat is just headed in. It's called the New G. It's, of course, the lifeline for this island, one of several boats that comes in here to keep things going. But right now, we're going to take a check of the weather to see what it's going to look like for the rest of the week.
This weather report is sponsored by Bank of the Bahamas, the Bank of Solutions.
So are you ready for the Cat Island Regatta? It actually kicks off tomorrow right here on the island. It's going to be buzzing with activity. There are going to be boats in the water and, of course, lots of frolicking and fun. Our Catherine Gomez took to the streets to see what conditions are like.
The traffic report is sponsored by Bahamas First. First in insurance, today, tomorrow.
Rise and shine, Bahamas. Today I'm here at the New Bight Police Station, and today let's talk about Cat Island's license plates. How are you, Sergeant Stewart?
I'm well, and how are you?
I'm well, thank you. So I noticed that the license plates are different from what we have in the capital. Why is that?
Well, some persons register the vehicles in Nassau, some register in Cat Island. We're now in the transition of getting all vehicles registered here in Cat Island. So in due time, all will be Cat Island plates.
And I know this is the island life, so are you very strict with the traffic laws here?
Oh, most definitely. 700 islands and keys. We're most strict here, on Cat Island especially, where we enforce the traffic laws. That's the Commissioner's policies.
Thank you so much for your time. Back to you, Keishla.
Topping the news this morning, Aviation Minister, the Honorable Dionisio de Aguilar, has said that he will not intervene in the dispute with Sky Bahamas CEO Captain Randy Butler and the Civil Aviation Authority, which has left the company's airplanes grounded for about a month now. This despite Captain Butler's appeal for an intervention from the Aviation Minister and the Office of the Prime Minister after the Civil Aviation Authority ordered the grounding once Sky Bahamas Airline operator certificate expired on June 29th.
I want to be very clear. No Minister of Aviation with any sense is going to intervene on a safety issue. If Sky Bahamas has a matter before the Bahamas Civil Aviation Authority, it's up to him to figure out how to get the necessary approvals in order to obtain his air operating certificate. I don't have the technical expertise to intervene on his behalf. This is something that he has to work out with the regulator. As I'm sure you're aware, the aviation sector is highly regulated. A lot of technical standards and a lot of technical rules that the regulator knows and the operating airline knows, and he needs to sit with the regulator and work out what differences he has in order to bring ease and calm to the matter. I want to be very clear.
Well, a new school year begins in just a few weeks from now. Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, and his cabinet toured 4 of 9 schools which needed urgent repair this week. The cabinet saw firsthand repairs being done at C.H. Reeves, L.W. Young, D.W. Davis, and the C.I. Gibson Senior High School. Education Minister, the Honorable Jeffrey Lloyd, spoke with reporters afterward.
In these particular instances, it's been now a month that these contractors have been on site. As you would see here, Donald Davis with Mr. Kirk Thompson, he is very well advanced in the completion of his work. I expect him to be well ahead of time because, first of all, the work that he has done, and secondly, the time that he has been here. As these contractors pull down the work and start to do their repairs, they come upon matters they could not anticipate, so obviously there might be some need for further contingencies, but we do that on a case-by-case basis.
Well, from housekeeping to maintenance, landscaping, and culinary arts, the first cohort of graduates of the Small Business Development Center's Access Accelerator program between the ages of 19 and 60 years old are now equipped with the necessary funds to start and maintain their businesses. They received diplomas during a graduation ceremony with support from family and friends. Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, described these young entrepreneurs as a group of striving Bahamians who have embarked on pursuing their dreams after building better lives and a better Bahamas.
I fine-tuned my understanding of profit and loss, marketing, and honing in on what can be a vehicle to become a sustainable, make my business a sustainable entity within my over-the-hill community per se.
All right, well, right now I'm joined by Shaquille Moss. I describe you as an economist and an all-around Cat Island man. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Keisha. Good morning, Bahamas.
All right, well, we see the mail boat just pulled up, and that's important. That's a big deal for the island here.
Yes, it is. It is the economic sector here in Kid Island that brings in majority of the economy, brings in the material, the waters, the groceries for each and every one, and the supplies for building materials.
All right, but you also have some international shipping directly into Cat Island. Some people may be surprised to know that.
Yes, we have two boats that comes into Kid Island. One is Seacor and one is the Cape Express, what recently had just started, coming in once a week into Kid Island.
Now, I'm also told that you're still benefiting from some concessions here with the idea of promoting construction and ultimately business.
Well, right now with that, we are now looking at the island is actually coming to increasing their economy. So now you can see that we have two boats that are coming in from Nassau, the New G and the Cape Express, where they can actually start to build and to do vacation homes and homes that are renovated by older folks who had left the island and is now coming back.
There's a lot of second home ownership here on Cat Island, I've discovered.
Yes, you have a lot of winter residents who had came to Cat Island who had started to invest and to have secondary homes, and also local residents who are now renovating their homes to have second homes so that during the regattas they would have some place to stay.
And I understand you may have a yacht or two pull up here as well.
Yes, during the months from June to November, after the hurricane season, you would find that boats will then come to January to May, which is the peak season of the island, and they would normally come for sport fishing and actually to visit the island and see the native culture that we provide for them.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Shaquille Moss, for talking with us.
Yes,
I'm sure you got a lot to get to. Thanks for joining us on the morning edition.
Thank you very much.
Well, we're going to take a break now. Coming up, a love story that turns tragic. Stay with us. The morning edition continues.
Look, it's simple. Fidelity can consolidate all your bills with our debt consolidation loan. Give you one monthly payment and money in your pocket.
So let me get this straight, Miss Financial Coach. You say something about cash in my pocket?
Yes.
And a savings plan with 5% interest? Wow, finally! A bank that's looking out for me! What do you want me to sign?
That's not all. We also offer competitive interest rates and free financial coaching.
Miss Fidelity, you ain't hear me. Where do I sign?
On the next, a closer look with Anthony Newbold.
You were criticized about a year ago for what was happening with the uniform.
Yes.
What's happening with the uniform?
The criticism was that the $270,000 allotted for uniform assistance was a decrease. Yes, it was. That notwithstanding, we were able to satisfy all the requests with a balance of $45,000 left, which I directed to review persons who may not have met the criteria for some small reason.
Tune in to A Closer Look, Monday at 8 p.m. and Wednesday at 9 a.m. on the ZNS Television Network.
was the talk of the town, but get ready for more.
More energy, more excitement, exhilarating, compelling, informative, educational talk on The Conversation.
I'm Shanique Miller. Pull up a chair with a cup of tea and join me weekdays at 4 on Radio Bahamas, 1540 AM, 104.5 FM, and The Light, 810 AM for The Conversation. I'm excited to have you around the table.
All right, welcome back to the Smith's Bay Dock here in beautiful Cat Island. I met a new friend. He's cooking, so we're friends now. Well, not cooking, but he's an expert conch salad maker. And I see you're a bit of an artist here. Every color of the rainbow in your salad.
Yes, I do that for the beauty of it and also the taste, because it gives a mixed taste.
So who do you cater to? Do you you have a stall here, or?
Yes, we have a stall on the regatta side. It's Sunshine Takeaway. I'll be there making conch salad.
Well, whenever I do stories like these, I try not to have to do that, but I have to taste everything.
It's no problem.
There's no okay, well, I'll just do that now. I'm gonna give everybody a thumbs up, I'm sure. You got the tomatoes, you have the onions, you put some celery in there.
Yes.
And do you do the tropical or are you straight traditional?
Yes, I also do tropical.
So you put a little lime juice and a little orange juice as well. And you have to help me do this, as I have to let everybody know how it is, you know? Very good. Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to talk with my mouth full. But speaking of food, usually four-legged livestock, their stories don't end very well. It was much the same when our Charles Fisher met up with a goat we've affectionately come to know as Billy. It didn't end well for him. Take a look.
Nassau, fellas some take their dog for a walk, and Cat Island I take my goat for a walk. Come on, let's go for a walk. Come on, let's go. Let's go, come on. Mutton is a delicacy here on the island. Sorry to say, this one was getting prepared for someone's plate.
Mayor?
Looking from the tail?
Yeah, anybody will live.
You grab
the
the...
Put them on the truck.
All right. Aaron Hunter has been preparing goat for market from a young boy.
Getting rid of the clothes, taking the clothes off, taking the skin off, and pour the water on the fire, and chop up and ready to cook. Approximately about half an hour, skinning and preparing all the hair off the head and foot, guts and all that stuff.
This from how long have you been doing it?
I'm an island boy, growing up on the island, watching the willow guys. My old man used to deal with goats, and everybody normally grow goats on the island, so it's just something that would stick with us, you know.
Very good looking and tasty fresh mutton. Must say, it was very good. For the morning edition in Cat Island, I'm Charles Fisher.
Well, it's hard to come to Cat Island and bypass the rich history here, from slave ruins scattered throughout the island, about 50 plantations, I'm told, to the sites that make the history books, like Mount Alvernia, 206 feet sitting atop the hill there. Well, all Charles Fisher decided to explore and see what he could discover.
Colonel Andre DeVoe occupied these slave quarters back in the 1800s. It's a major tourist attraction here and holds lots of history.
These were the slaves' plantation, and this is where they reside to grow cotton. on Cat Island. So this is one of the plantation. We have more than 12 plantation in the settlement of Port Howe where we are standing now. And then just a few blocks down the road is the historical cemetery.
According to guide Daisy Mae Hunter, the property stretches several acres. There are still some cotton figs on the land.
Like wild cotton, like not what it used to be before. But this is the great house here, and it's the most tourist attraction. We would hope some days that the government would help us in tourism to restore these buildings and keep the area clean for tourist attraction into Cat Island. Very often, this is our slow season right now. Our season's kicked off at the end of October straight to May, and then it's closed down very slow. So this is the slow season right now for our homeowners and winter residents that comes into the island.
For the morning edition, learning a lot of history in Cat Island, I'm Charles Fisher.
Well, Mount Alvernia, or the Hermitage as it's called, is a must-see for first-time visitors to Cat Island. Our Tanya Smith-Cartwright took the trek up there. Let's see what she discovered.
We're at the highest point in the Bahamas, Mount Alvernia. I'm Tanya Smith-Cartwright, and I came to visit with Father Horse. But just before I do my visit, I'm going to have a chat with Miss Janet Monka, who has all the history of this place.
Father John Horse, his connection, he was the priest. He built the churches that are here. He was an architect. He built Holy Redeemer, that's up the road a bit, and he also built a church in Old Bight, and he saw this high hill, and he decided that that is where he wanted to be. Yes, he is the Hermit of Cat Island. Yes, there's a book that somebody wrote. It's called The Hermit of Cat Island.
Paula Thurston has a personal memory of Father Horse. He actually gave her name. Her mother, however, was even closer to him.
Yes, when he came to Cat Island, he was from Australia. When he came to Cat Island as a priest, he came and my mother was the one who take care of him. She used to go and carry his breakfast, lunch and dinner. She walked up to the Hermitage every morning.
Up that steep hill?
Yes, she walked every morning. And the morning when she went, she was going because he usually look in the binoculars. He had a binoculars where he used to see her coming up. And when she going up, she didn't see him. So when she reached up that morning, she found him laying down. All night it rained, and he was laying down. He couldn't move. He was wet up. He was sick. He got sick.
Mrs. Monka continued her historic walk.
On top of the hill, it's the highest peak. When you get up there, you can see both sides of the island. You can see what's going on in the north and what's going on in the south. But it's still a very quiet, peaceful and solitude. It's just a little monastery. And then he had a little kitchen, slept under his writing table. On the floor under his writing table. It was a table that he wrote on, and he looked out the window. But in the night, under the little desk table, that's where he slept. It's a tourist attraction, but people go up there, and they do the stations too. And like I tell you, last Easter, it was a non-denominational thing. Everybody in Cat Island basically went up and did the stations.
From historic Mount Alvernia in hot and sizzling Cat Island, I'm Tanya Smith-Cartwright for ZNS Network News.
All right, as you can see, the new G is docked here fully at the Smiths Bay dock. We saw everything from those packages to vehicles, and tons of people come off from the city of Nassau. Of course, that's the connection between Cat Island, New Providence, and the rest of the world. And Fisher, it's been an eventful week so far in Cat Island, from killing Billy to eating that mutton souse to Tanya climbing up the hill there at the Hermitage. What next?
swimming with the pigs and
That's gonna be
diving
fun.
in the ocean, picking up conch. Some people spluttering in 2
Cracking
feet of water,
conchs.
cracking conch. Just want to remind our viewers we will be in the north tomorrow, so come on out and watch the show live. But it's been an interesting week here in Cat Island. I'm so happy that we were able to give persons that have never been to Cat
absolutely.
Island a chance to see how things are, especially with the healing pond. You got a lot of calls on the healing pond. A lot of folks probably will be coming to Cat Island just to dip in
Absolutely.
that healing pond.
And it's been an eye-opener for me. Like I said, when we were talking about coming here, I hadn't been here for such a long time, and I really have a new appreciation of how much there is to do here, how much to see that I've never seen. And of course, this will be the perfect opportunity this week coming up, regatta starting tomorrow, for all those city folk from Nassau to come to Cat Island and take it all in.
And we can see just now the boat came with cargo for the stalls. So today is the official start of the regatta here in Cat Island. They won't start sailing until Thursday, but I know the festivities will begin today and everybody's looking forward to that. And we're looking forward for 2 more days of great coverage here in Cat Island, and it's been a pleasure, Keisha. We've done everything. And you know, folks woke up this morning and saw you eating conch salad early in the morning. That is not normal.
Why not? It's conch salad. I figure it's good for you, and it tasted good, so I'm going to eat it.
Your mommy never tell you not to talk with your mouth full.
I
But
tried.
you broke another law this morning.
I tried my best. But what's coming up in sports?
Coming up in sports, we're going to go over there to Lima, Peru once again in the Pan Am Games with the tennis competition. And also John Carroll Jones with a big night last night in the WNBA, starting off the second half of the season. And we cannot forget our Catherine Gomez doing a great job
Absolutely.
with traffic.
Well, stay tuned. Sports is up next.
This is a PSA from We Buy, You Sell. The protection of your businesses, homes, and families is very important. We Buy, You Sell offers the best in hurricane impact windows and doors designed to withstand all categories of hurricanes, with prices beating our competitors by up to 50%. We also specialize in porcelain, mosaic, and plank tiles. We Buy, You Sell. Located at number 163 Robinson Road. Call 677-2856 or 324-6427. We Buy, You Sell. Come and see us today.
The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th. When a hurricane alert is issued for your area, which indicates the possibility that you could experience hurricane conditions within 60 hours, you should begin the initial stages of preparation for the storm. When the storm is 48 hours away, a hurricane watch is issued. Once a watch is issued, be sure to get updates from the Met Office via television or radio. Get your battery-powered radio ready. Keep your emergency supply kit, blankets, and sleeping bags handy, and keep children and pets indoors. Be sure you have extra cash and a car tank full of gas. Fill all prescriptions. A hurricane warning means that a storm with winds up to 74 miles per hour or more is 36 hours away. At this point, secure all windows with shutters and plywood. Place your valuables in a waterproof container and store them on the highest floor in your home or in the safest area. This public service announcement has been brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the National Emergency Management Agency.
Good morning once again here from the Smiths Bay Dock in Cat Island, where the regatta will officially get underway on Thursday, not only here in Cat Island, but also in Auckland and the 2 big ones over there in Rollville and Black Point. But the top story once again coming from the Pan Am Games in Lima, Peru, where Baker Newman, playing in second round of singles yesterday, lost 6-1 to Argentina player Guido Agaligas, and then he teamed with Justin Roberts in doubles. That was their first round match, they too going down 6-2-3. Only one player left for Team Bahamas at the Pan Am Games. That is Justin Roberts playing his second singles round match today against Fernando Gonzalez from Costa Rica. Good luck to him. The track and field, the swimming, and the judo is scheduled to go on sometime later on in the week. So stay tuned to ZNS Total Sports for that. Also, John Carroll Jones with a monster game as the second half of the WNBA season got underway. Her and the Connecticut Sun playing at home got by the Chicago Sky. The final score there was 100-96 in that game. John Curl with 27 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 block shots leading the way. Now the Sun will play again Thursday against a tough Phoenix Mercury at home. Lots of camps still going on over there in New Providence, so kids, you still have lots to do during the summer. In New Providence Softball Association action last night, it was the Commander Security Truckers beating the Renegades 11-1, and the Sunshine Auto Wildcats, they stopped the University of the Bahamas Mingos. The final score in that game was 13-0. They'll have action coming up tonight in the Bahamas Government Departmental Basketball Association, and quarterfinal action also in the YMCA Commercial Basketball League over there in Grand Bahama. So lots of sports going on this August Monday holiday weekend, but it's all about regattas. Cat Island, they sail tomorrow. Rowville, Black Point, they are ready to go, and also they are ready to set sail over there in Auckland. It's going to be a great week. If you're a Bahamian and you want to get to one of those islands, well, you have your choice. Make your way on down by boat or plane. Guess what? We'll be there. So ZNS Total Sports will have you covered with all those this weekend. That's it for sports. I'm Charles Fisher. What a way right here on the dock, enjoying life.
Round the corner, girls. Knocked about 4 times. Lord have mercy.
It's the OT with yours truly, Charles Fisher.
Buddy Hield and the Kings have their...
Buddy Hield seems to be having the best season of his career. He had 32 points the other night. It was a bit disappointing, Shawnee Miller not winning the IAAF World Female Athlete of the Year. The high school rankings will soon be out. Tabernacle, the defending champion, CC Sweeting, they are always there. Who will it be this year? Each Monday on 1540 AM and 104.5 FM, it's the OT with yours truly, Charles Fisher.
Explore the world of agriculture with us. Join me, your host, Carla Palmer, for continued adventures in agriculture and the marine environment as we head into Season 2 of the program, Agriculture Now. That's Agriculture Now, moving to a new date and time, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and Saturdays at 9 a.m., right here on the ZNS Television Network.
Well, that does it for our show this morning, but there is lots more to see and hear from the morning edition here in Cat Island. We're moving more north, so we're traveling throughout the island to see what we can find.
Every day a different spot.
A different adventure. And of course, we want you to take the ride along with us. But that does it for us this morning. Thanks so much for joining us live from Cat Island. Have a great day.